morning, Blind Sniper here. Look, I got my Savage 93 F22 Magnum out again. Right here she is. You know, I've been working on it off and on, trying to figure out what's wrong with it and stuff. Well, I've done a lot of work to it, but I still haven't got it where I want it. And I'm trying my best not to have to change that stock, because it's leaning that direction right now, but I'm trying not to. So what I've done is I bedded the front forearm. I bedded it, made sure it was still free floating. After I got through with it, I added 2 steel rods in there to keep it from flexing. I also took these balls these people are buying to use, it looked like ball bearings in their slingshots. I put them in there for weights, but I couldn't put that much in there because the cavities aren't really that deep. So I put what I could in there, filled all the cavities up with it. And then I epoxied it with JB Weld original, the one that you get that takes 5 to 6 hours to dry. And I didn't get the fast setting kind. That way I had time to work with it and move it around and adjust it and smooth it out like I wanted it to be. Didn't have to rush. And then I shot it with the other scope I had on here. And the scope seemed to be my downfall at that point. So my other scope came in that I had ordered. This is from Vector. It's a 624 by 50. It's a decent scope. It is. The clarity's good. The magnification's good. But it just don't seem to be as strong as it needs to be. And what I mean by that is I have a CV Life I paid roughly about the same amount for. I think the CV Life cost me $205. I think it with tax and everything out the door. And this one right here costed me, I think it was $194 out the door. So it's basically the same price, but the CV Life is a whole lot more scope. And now you just have to say it's a better scope. It's the entry level to the Bear scope, not the cheap ones now. It's the upper dollar ones. I got it on sale at $174, and then, you know, tax and all that stuff there moves it on up. And this one here, I got it for like 160 something, but tax and all moved it on up. So you know how that goes. But anyway, they're both roughly about the same price. But the CV Life is a better scope. I'm sorry to say that, because I'm really a Vector fan. But and I still love the scope. I'm not going to do nothing with it. I'll probably just leave it on this rifle. I'm just saying it's just CV Life's just a lot more scope, more power, more clarity, all of it. Where Vector is good for the price. I don't feel like I got cheated. I feel I got my money's worth out of it. I think it's priced roughly right for what it does. But anyway, I shot it. I put this on here today. So I shot it today with this scope and it front end being bedded. And I put a shorter bipod on here. And it done pretty decent on the groups, but I really wasn't that happy with it. I'm still getting that front end jump. I'm still getting a little front end jump, but not as much as I was. Because what I've done now, before I came out here and shot this time, I went ahead and added a pound of lead to the buttstock. That seemed to take a lot of the jump, where the recoil was hitting it, making it jump on the front end. It's coming back more. But it still hadn't took it all out. This is a real light stock right here. I'm just probably have to change it, but I'm trying to get out of it. I'm still gonna say I'm trying to get out of it. But what I shot at today is Hornady 22. I've also shot CCI Hornady. And I read somewhere that it liked Fiocchi, which it don't. And I read, well, mine don't anyway. And then I heard that somebody said they get a lot of good tight groups with gold dot, Spear gold dot. I don't, not my rifle. But that's the ones I tried today. Now I've run out of the other ones I tried yesterday. I wanted to try again Small Game and all them there by CCI. There's a lot of other ones by CCI I run out of, so I still got to get me some more Magnum ammo. I'm running low on Magnum ammo, very low. But what I done this time, so not to confuse nobody, I went ahead and filled out my charts ahead of time with what ammo I'm using, and I only shot that one chart with that ammo. So that way I got 4 ammos, I got 4 charts up, or targets, what do you want to call them. But some of them I marked, some of them I didn't, because I was messing around with the rifle trying to adjust things, and in between shots I was making adjustments, so it didn't make no sense for me to come out here and write down all that information in between those shots. But the ones that I shot to begin with the lead first put in, I got them up back up here. And I got it wrote down. A lot more organized this go round than what I've been being in the past, and I think this is the way I'm going to do it from now on, to stay organized. But right here, this is Hornady. This first chart is all Hornady. I was messing around with the weight too. I forgot to tell y'all that. I jacked it up to 30 FPS. And yesterday, it seemed to work good on some of the ammo. But I wanted to double check again today, so I left it at 30. Well, this was Hornady at 30. It kind of sucked. 1, 2, 3. Not this up here. 1, 2, 3. That didn't do too good. This was my first shot of 30. 1, 2, 3. I thought, oh Lord, I got something going on here. But then my second shot was really spread out. So I put some CCI in there, right here in the middle. Here, spread out. That was my first shots of 30. 1, 2, 3. See how wide they are? I wasn't too happy with that. So I said, well, shoot, let me back this thing down to 15 PSI, because that's what I've been shooting it at. So I backed it back to 15. This was my first 15 on Hornady. I said, okay, we're getting somewhere. This was my second shot of Hornady. I said, we're getting somewhere. I like this. Then I shot Hornady with a hot barrel. I used 6 shots right there, and that's pitiful. That is pitiful. But the barrel was hot. So I jacked it up to 20 FPS, see if it makes a difference, which is this one right here, with a warm barrel, and it wasn't as good. So right now, 15 is where I got the gun sitting at right now, and that's probably where I'm going to leave it at, 15 FPS on the action. Because on the CCI, 15 was my first one. See that, 1, 2, 3, right close. And then, let's see, I think that was it. The rest of them I was just messing around with it, with 20s and stuff like that. See, there's a group right there, but that's too big. This group here was 15 with a hot barrel. So see how it spread out compared to what it was down here. But that's when the barrel was hot. And this one here, not that one, but these two, 1, 2, 3, 4, I just shot a while ago, and that was with a 20. So I wasn't happy with it, but I pushed it on back down to 15. Also, here's my Fiocchi. There's my first shots with 15. Not too bad, 1, 2, 3. I say it's within an inch. And then here's my second one, 1, 2, 3 with Fiocchi. Not too bad, still within an inch. That was on 15, both of them. Then over here, the Gold Dot, 40 grain. This was my first, 1, 2, 3, not too bad. Probably done just as good as Fiocchi, about an inch. Here was my second 15, about an inch, maybe an eighth. And that there was my second shots. And then I shot this with a hot barrel at 15, and you see what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's hot. So I read up on this rifle because I've been fighting it so much, and they said that it is very temperature controlled. So because it's just a regular profile barrel, it's not no bull barrel or anything like that on it. It's just profile, and it don't take much to get that sucker hot. And or should I say, it don't take that many rounds to get it hot. probably needs a good cleaning too. With all the shooting I done yesterday and all the shooting I done this morning, it probably just needs a good cleaning as well. Because I also read that these 22 Magnums seem to like to be cleaned after every 100 to 200 rounds. And I've shot way more than that in the past couple of days. I don't think I zeroed it out nowhere. No, I was just playing around with it out here. That's where I was shooting that target right there, just playing around, seeing what I was getting at 25. Because it was zeroed yesterday, so I didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's coming along. But like I said, it still isn't where I need it to be. But it's a whole lot better rifle than what it was. Because it used to just go all over the place. And I'm talking about 3 and 4 inch spreads on it, stuff like that there. I don't need that. But I'll see what I can do for it. And I'll see, I'm gonna continue working on it. Might not work on it much more right now. I might change and get my CZ back out and mess around with it a little bit. But I try to take a break in between each rifle because I don't want to let it get on my nerves and just bed into them and I get stuck and can't think. Because usually what I do, I get on another rifle, this one here will come to mind, or a different rifle come to mind, whatever the case is. And I say, oh, you know, I need to try this, I need to try that. That's when I'll go back to this rifle or the other rifle, whichever one I pick. But anyway, I hope y'all doing well. Please like and subscribe and share. Please join the community if you don't mind. And if you got anything you want to say, just put it in there and we'll all talk about it. Just be respectful, that's all I ask. And we'll talk to you later, I guess. This is Blind Sniper. I'm out.